Certainly. In the bottom right-hand corner, now with a 2-1 score up against Sonic, he needs one more win. Can he do it? It is Mouse's hope.
And I'm going to go ahead and quote Austin Ranji, how do I say that name here from chat. Sonic, spotting in the top left corner as our purple Terran, needs to pull off some sort of Super Saiyan Kamehameha-esque return to this. He is down 2-1, as stated earlier. First of 3 wins is the best of 5. He made a great comeback just now. He's got to keep this power going strong. If his energy's run out, if he's out of juice, eat a Senzu Bean.
Yeah. I am really hoping to see more of the Sonic from the last game. That was just crazy, crazy stuff.
You know, if we didn't have to worry about copyright stuff for YouTube, I would totally be playing like the Sonic the Hedgehog from like the 90s cartoon intro in the background. I think it'd be the perfect, I mean, Hope is whatever, but Sonic, man, that's an icon you grow up with. It's like Mario.
Yeah, I mean, and I have like a Windows 95 or 98 copy of
Oh
Sonic and
god.
Knuckles collection. It was the best game ever.
I remember you would, for the Sega, the old Sega, I'm talking like the original Sega Genesis, you would have like the Sonic and Tails that you could insert into like another cartridge that would somehow like make it Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. So you'd have like cartridgeception just to be able to access Knuckles.
That's awesome. I was never allowed like gaming consoles, so I had to play limited games on the PC. And I love Sonic a lot, but it always caused my computer to blue screen. And I found blue screen really, really scary when I was a kid. Like, my heart would start beating fast and stuff. I'm running at my dad. I'm like, oh, it's blue screening again. Like,
Maybe it wasn't a blue screen, but it was Sonic running around really fast in your computer. Wow, wow, wow,
smartass.
wow. But okay, we're gonna have, oh, I don't have the protection tab open because I'm a terrible broadcaster. We got Reaper opening coming out of Mr. Sonic, not going for a greedy build. And I agree on doing this on Belshire, but I don't agree with the Reaper opening. Zeph lagging out there for just a second, but
Oh,
the reason I
sorry.
don't like Reapers on this map, look at the main. It's so difficult to get in here. I mean, yes, there's this whole southern part, but the reality is, the north part of this ramp, this is the only real area you have to play around with. And it's so small and so limited, so this Reaper, a second Reaper coming out, I really don't want to see any more than this, though. If Sonic puts too much into this, I do feel it will go wasted.
Yeah, well, any more than 3 Reapers, you know, to get some sort of all-in from the Zerg. Am I lagging out?
Yeah, you're lagging a bit. I don't want... Players haven't asked you to leave yet, but yeah, I think you might get asked to leave here, Zeph. Yeah, Alright, well guys, you're gonna have to endure with Rifkin's solo casting. Much love to Zeph. Sadly, she was knocked out. Hopefully this will not be the last game, and hopefully it's not gonna be the she'll be back for more, but Hope is gonna have to deal with these Reapers, and you're gonna have to deal with my solo casting. So again, wow, 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 wow. Now a nice snipe on that drone as it tries to get to the extractor. Don't know why the production tab got turned off. As stated earlier, the thought process, the theory crafting, if you will, behind Reapers is they're not, if handled correctly on Belshire, they really shouldn't cause any damage. We've got Hope at the ramp. Oh, actually moving out of position, could have surrounded the Reapers as they hop up to the top of the hill. There is this Queen here to help try and zone this out. Speed is more than halfway completed, but it's still far enough off that these Reapers are going to be very annoying to deal with. Now behind this, we do have what is most likely going to be that Hellion follow-up, but actually these Zerglings canceling the expansion, albeit for only a moment, is still enough to throw Sonic off of his game. Now unfortunately we'll not get to scout the base and will not pick off any more SCVs. The Reapers as well pulled back for the time being. Sonic not wanting to dedicate too much to this. Now last game we saw Sonic go for this just disgustingly good, oh there's that word again, stop using it Rifkin, but disgustingly good push. Constantly just out macroing his opponent, I feel. Hope had every single thing done correctly. The only problem was he just could not keep up. He had the injects start to slack off. He had the odd Banelings going to just death by Widow Mines. Small things here or there that really lost him the game. Hopefully this game he can tighten it up. But Sonic, if he can take advantage and just... He's seen once. Oh, right, you know what? Macro wins. I might not be able to beat Sonic with cheese. I don't have a lot of early game harass, but I know my macro is solid. And ooh, no cancel on that bunker. Little shocking to see. But Reaper Hellion now chasing these Zerglings back across the field. Of course, you cannot really safely engage into Reaper Hellion with Zerglings of any combination unless you've just got swarms of them to throw out. And where is Zeph? People are asking. She did just lag out. I do apologize, guys. Hopefully we'll get her back in here for Game 5 if this goes to Game 5, and I really hope this does go to Game 5. Because Sonic, the first 2 games, honestly, I felt he was an alright player. Last game, he really kind of, it's like he woke up. It was a different Sonic altogether and crushed Hope. If he can do it once again, we will have Game 5. Ace match, if you will. This is a best of 5 for those who can't read, and there's $100 on the line. It is winner take all. So, Hope, I don't know. He's so close to that money. He could maybe, one of those things where like you're so close, fly too close to the sun and just burn out. Hopefully that won't happen. But with 3 bases, I don't know that I like that he's taking the lower left base. A lot of Zerg players tend to go for this closer one, or it's not even closer one, but the upper right one, because the creep is easier to spread, you've got the ramp advantage, and you gain control of this portion of the map instead of the southern half of the map, which you should already have under your control just due to overlords, creep, and map control. Now speaking of map control, we've had some great creep spread out of Hope every game, and we see it starting here already with the dedicated creep queens. Hellions and Reapers, I mean, they can take this fight if they want to, but really they should be trying to do some sort of realistic damage, not to poke around the hatchery that will probably only get to half health before being driven off. And no scans popped out just yet, so nice engage here. Hellions getting tons of damage to these Zerglings. The Reaper's actually going down first. And a bit more damage done there to Sonic than I think he would have liked, but a good way to utilize Zerglings. I mean, not the best way to utilize them, but a good way. Nonetheless, Baneling Nest now on the way. He's going to need that speed, he's going to need those Banelings, and ooh, an immediate cancel to Hope after realizing that. That's a bad place to spread a creep tumor. Sonic, though, back at home, he's got the 3rd command center already floating over. He's got his macro going the way he needs it to. He's just got to get that infrastructure up. He's got double engineering bays. He's got that tech going for him. He's got more barracks on the way. He's a little shy off of being able to do any sort of massive push, but he is doing plenty with these Hellions. Hell yeah, Rifkin made an Icarus reference. He responds a minute later due to delay. Kid Icarus was a great game. The actual story of Icarus, I feel, is one that I've actually lived a lot of my life close by. It sounds so cheesy and dumb, but it has to do why I don't have too much overconfidence. But that's another story for another time. It has nothing to do with this game. Bane speed now on the way, but we've got an armory as well to follow suit. If this is going to be for upgrades, he's got to go for the armor over weapons, and if it's going to be for Hellbats, it'll be a great addition to this army, but I will harp on this until Terran players start doing effectively. Siege tanks need to make a return to this matchup. Widow Mines are great, Hellbats are freaking awesome, but tanks will always beat all when it comes to dealing with massive amounts of Banelings and Zerglings, which seems to be the case here for Hope. We do have 6 morphing in, speed is not completed, and unfortunately, I think they're going to get picked off unless... Oh my gosh, the timing of that was almost perfect. Hope going to try and connect, but just barely can't. If you could just hold these hold the Hellions in place somehow, some way, you could try and come in with these Banelings, but of course, Hellions will fry the Zerglings that try to surround. He's got to really wait in that speed. Without centrifugal hooks, there's no good way to connect to that army. And oh my god, 10 more Banelings on the way for Hope, just what he needs. And it's always beautiful seeing Banelings, because you very rarely ever see 1 or 2 Banelings be morphed in at the same time, sometimes 3, like, oh my god, but you always see 10, 20, 40 Banelings at a time, and that's what makes it so magnificent and glorious. But Sonic gonna just posture around, gonna control this watchtower, try and get a bit of map control in his favor, but it's gonna be difficult as the creep spread is, again, getting so out of hand here for Hope. And the best thing about this creep is not even the vision it gives, it's the speed bonus to the Banelings. When you're trying to keep up with very fast units like Hellions and Stim Marines, it's essential. But coming in here for a 3-pronged hit by the looks of it, coming through the middle of the left and over top from behind. These Banelings are going to connect to everything that they want to. All the Hellions go down, the Marines get cleaned up entirely. Hope taking a very decisive victory there in the center of the map, but not for free, because of course, to use a Baneling, to abuse a Baneling, you have to lose that Baneling. Abuse, lose, use? Wow, talk about rhyming. Choose. You could choose to lose and use the Baneling through abuse. There you go. No, enough of that. Bailey's connecting to those Widowmines. A very nice pickoff. It doesn't seem like it, but because of the way Widowmines work, always a good trade to catch it early. More Bailey's coming down inside the base, but I mean, busting this I don't think is a priority. You could just go for the third. Yeah, has got to go for the third here. If the Panzer lifts, he's got Mutalisk ready to defend it. Or sorry, not defend it, but pick it off rather. The bunker goes down. Bailey's are connecting to what they can. Mutalisks are going to immediately focus that orbital. And this base is forfeit. So many supply depots going down as well, which are very essential to the remaxing of this army. There's a very small amount of Banelings, though. Marines desperately trying to get to those Widowmines. Connect back. Oh, but the medevac picking up the Marines barely gets alive. Should have died to this Beetle. 6 health remaining as we see just chaos swarm into the base here of Sonic. And not only is this chaos through round 1, constant streams of Zerglings. 46 on the way to reinforce behind this. The mineral line here for Sonic in a lot of danger. There's no more Banelings, sure, but the Zerglings and the Mutalisks are too numerous. There's no way for Sonic to produce enough to deal with this. The wall of the supply depot is not even lifted. I think that's going to be it, folks. We're not even going to get to a Game 5 by the looks of it. Some Widowmine hits doing some nice job defending near the mineral lines, but here goes the buildings, and everyone knows once that the infrastructure of the Terran is gone, so is any chance of them winning a game. Sonic not wanting to GG out just yet, relying on another hit from those Widowmines because really that's all he has on the field. 13 Marines, 5 medevacs, and 2 Widowmines. GG is called. And oh my god, that's going to be it. Shut up to Killerman 331.